Hello again, chaps and chapettes. How are we all doing? It is lovely to see you all again. As always, I thought we'd have a little bit of a break from the norm tonight, my dear friends. Just move away ever so slightly, if just for one singular day, from the depressing shit, particularly during the last couple of days. I've been bombarding you guys with depressing stuff. I just thought we could just move away from it just for one singular day, considering my birthday is coming up. I want to try and be nice to myself, if not just for 24 hours, and just have a basic moan, really, about everyday occurrences in my life that I find unpalatable or interesting. I thought I'd share with you. Now, I'm well aware that moaning into a camera on YouTube is rather a done thing in this day and age, particularly as I'm approaching my mid-40s now, and my friends, my true friends that I have in my life, I can count on one hand. They are few and far between, like rocking or shit at the minute. I'm pretty sure I could say I have about 2 or 3 true friends who I can actually talk to. And these friends themselves, they have their own worries, they have their own bills, they have their own family life, they have their own problems. The last thing they want is me turning up on their doorsteps with my, in comparison, insignificant problems. So yeah, that's where we're going tonight. If you can't be asked listening to me moaning onto a camera for a couple of minutes, then yeah, I'll give this one a skip and just join me again next week when it'll be business as usual. So first and foremost, my dear friends, I have visited the dentist today. A very expensive procedure for most working people in the UK. I mean, even to an NHS dentist. I mean, God only knows what you guys out there pay that are going private. But if you are lucky enough to be in an NHS dentist and you happen to be working as well, you still get charged quite heftily, just not as much as you would if you went private. Now, I went for something called a scale and polish because, I guess you haven't noticed, guys, I have donkey teeth, which are quite large. So I tend to suffer a lot with my teeth, with my gums receding, stuff like that. I'm not a scruffy bastard. I do brush my teeth twice a day, daily. I have done since my early teens. But I still do get these problems with my gums. And my dentist, so he says I need a good clean every 6 months. I just think he's fleecing me. I think he knows that I will turn up to my dentist appointments and I will pay these exorbitant amounts to have this procedure done to me. Now, I've got to tell you, my friends, I despise having a scale and polish. During my teens, I had a couple of teeth out because, I had an overcrowded mouth. So I had to have a brace put in and I had a couple of teeth pulled. And, I was always fretting about that. I've never really liked a dentist since I was a kid. I had some teeth pulled. I would much rather have a root canal, for fuck's sake, than have a scale and polish. The whole procedure, it baffles me. It really does, guys. He's there with this little whizzy water toothpick thing, which you wouldn't think would hurt your teeth or your gums, but I am here to tell you it leaves my gums and teeth raw and sensitive for at least 4 or 5 days afterwards. I'm still struggling with it now. It's like a layer of enamel, that's the word, has been taken off my teeth over this little whizzy water pick thing that he uses. So he's there for about 20-25 minutes, gouging around inside my fucking teeth, making me squint and making me teeth go all sensitive and shit like that, spraying me with loads of saliva, water and streaks of blood and God knows what. In any case, he gets to finishing. I'm there twitching around like a corpse being electrocuted, saying to him, fucking, is that over? Is it done? Finally. The thing that makes me laugh, I despise having it doing. I'm in a right mess. I rinse out my mouth with that weird little pink water shit that they give you. Rinse your mouth out, and what you spit out is like something out of a fucking Saw movie. There's blood, there's debris, there's all this weird shit in there. And you finish up, and you turn to the dentist. Always, this is penultimate British behaviour. You've had something done that you can't stand, and you turn to the person that has done it to you simply because he's a medical professional, and you say, thank you. Thank you for gouging away at my gums for 25 minutes, and thank you for charging me £75 for the fucking pleasure. These dentists must see us coming, my dear friends. On the contrary, we have illegal immigrants, of course, sitting their fat, smelly asses in these hotels that we pay for, getting it all for gratis. I think they have a dentist visit a hotel, as to the best of my knowledge, by the way, once or twice a week. Whereas muggins, such as me and you, have to pay a shit ton to have procedures that we don't fucking like. Never ever makes sense to me, that. Number two, I want to have not really a moan about, I want to talk to you about, guys. There was a Superman movie back in 2013 called Man of Steel. Now, I have avoided this ever since it came out, 12, 13 years ago, wherever long it was, because Henry Cavill was in it. Now, back in that time, I thought Henry Cavill was one of these lefty lovers, quite liberal and all this woke bullshit. Even back then, even back in 2013, I still have my reservations about people. But then it transpires, what the hell did that come from? Transpires that Henry Cavill is actually quite based. He has done numerous interviews about being let off from the lead role in of Spider-Man, and was he cut off from The Witcher as well? I've not watched that either, because I heard the first season was atrocious and the rest of them the first season was okay and the rest of them are absolutely atrocious. I played the Witcher games, hundreds upon hundreds of hours I've pumped into these games. Love the games. And so there's Henry Cavill by all accounts, and he's put in quite a few based interviews during his time. So that got me to watching it tonight for the first time, Man of Steel. I've got to admit, I am really enjoying it, my dear friends. To skip over a video, a movie, whatever, just because the lead actor or actress is quite woke, it's just the way it goes for me. I watched the latest Thor not so long back, and there was this was it like a motorbike or a magic bus or some kind of spaceship that had rainbows coming out of the back of it? That was the end for me, my friends. That was the final nail in the coffin, really. God, 7 minutes just moaning. It must be like watching a rerun of One Foot in the Grave, Victor Meldrew or something like that. Anyway, lastly, my friends, my hearing is shot to shit. And I'll tell you as to why. I don't know if you've noticed, I've got tiny little ears for a man of my age. Like I say, I'm 42 years old. I've got ears like Hey Arnold. That's what I used to get called at school, Hey Arnold, because I've got tiny little ears that are low down to my head. Well, anyway, regardless, I have tiny little earlobes, little holes that go towards your eardrum and all the rest of your innards of your ears. Is minuscule. I've seen babies with bigger earlobes than me, and I suffer with a condition which isn't too glamorous to share with you guys, but it's not too bad. I could go fucking worse. But I get a waxy build-up in my ears on a regular basis. Now, usually my GP office used to get me in for about once every 2 years or something to have them syringed to clear them out, but they stopped doing that now through cost-efficient cuts and all this other shit that the Labour Party and the past Tory governments have been put into place. So I have to use these stuff called Ortex, and it sort of dissolves the nastiness inside your ears. And I am literally deaf in this ear, my friends. It is that clogged, and this Ortex isn't shifting it. If any of you guys out there are fans of Father Ted, you will understand what I'm talking about, what I'm about to say. There's an episode of Father Ted where they're all gathered in the parochial house, and they have some kind of Spanish priest over, and they're all playing, I think it's Cluedo. And the candles around the table to illuminate the board are all brown and disgusting looking. And it transpires that the wax candles came out of Father Jack's ears. That's basically me. I could light up Westminster Abbey with what could come out of my head, potentially. Not the most glamorous thing, but like I say, this is a moan and a groan and a bit of a catch-up of what's actually been going on in my everyday life during the last, 3 or 4 days. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. I think 10 minutes is more than enough of me droning on. if you've made it this far, thank you very much for listening and giving me your attention for, well, no reason whatsoever, really. It's just to say hello, just to catch up with you guys. I don't like leaving it too long without giving a video to you lot, and yeah, just checking in and see how you all are, and yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I'll probably just put my feet up, enjoy the weekend. My kids are off this weekend, so it's going to be me and my missus, so yeah. Well, I'm going to go down in that route, but yeah, we're going to be spending that together, and yeah, I'll probably see you all on Monday. Anyway, enough chuntering. Carpe diem, my dear friends. There's no need to leave a comment on this video because there's nothing really to comment about. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.